Today, we're exploring something special. Songs that are hitting the Big 5-0 in 2025. That's right, these incredible tracks were released in 1975, and they've got stories you won't believe. Let's get started. Let's start with Foghat's Fool for the City. Foghat emerged from the ashes of Savoy Brown when Dave Peverett and Roger Earl left to form their own band in 1971. While many British bands were trying to sound American, Foghat did it so well that many fans thought they were from the States. The band faced significant criticism from music journalists who claimed that they were selling out their British blues roots for American commercial success. This tension created a fascinating dynamic that influenced their sound. Today, Foghat continues touring with Roger Earl as the only original member. The band has faced tragedy, including the loss of Dave Peverett to cancer in 2000 and Rod Price in 2005. Despite these setbacks, they've maintained their commitment to blues rock, releasing their last studio album Under the Influence in 2016. The current lineup includes Brian Bassett, who joined in 1999, bringing fresh energy to the classic sound. Here's something most people don't know. The album cover for Fool for the City features Dave Peverett actually fishing in a New York City manhole. The photo shoot caused quite a stir, with several police officers stopping to investigate. The band had to explain multiple times that they were just taking pictures, not trying to break into the sewer system. Next up is Aerosmith's Walk This Way. Before this song hit the airwaves, Aerosmith was struggling to find their signature sound. Steven Tyler and Joe Perry's relationship was already showing signs of strain, fueled by growing drug use and creative differences. The band's label was pressing them for a hit, and tensions were high during the recording sessions at the record plant. The song's creation was anything but smooth. Producer Jack Douglas had to mediate numerous disputes between band members. The iconic riff came from Joe Perry during a sound check, but the lyrics were inspired by the Mel Brooks film Young Frankenstein. In 1986, the song found new life when Run DMC covered it with Tyler and Perry, creating one of the first mainstream rap rock crossovers. Today, Aerosmith continues to influence new generations, though they've announced their Peace Out Farewell Tour. Fun fact, the song's title came from a line in Young Frankenstein that made the band laugh during a late-night writing session. They were watching the movie during a break, and when Marty Feldman's character said, "Walk this way," mimicking Igor's hunched walk, it stuck. The same year brought us Sweet Emotion, also by Aerosmith. The song marked a turning point for the band, becoming their first top 40 hit and saving them from potentially being dropped by their label. The opening bass line, played through a talkbox by Tom Hamilton, was revolutionary for its time and caused controversy when other bands started copying the technique. In 2023, Sweet Emotion was ranked by Billboard as one of the greatest rock songs of all time. The track has been used in countless films and TV shows, and its influence can be heard in modern rock. The band has performed it at every concert since its release, making it their most consistently played live song. Here's a surprising detail. The distinctive intro sounds weren't actually made with traditional instruments. The clicking sound was created by Perry hitting empty shotgun shells together, while the Sweet Emotion vocal effect was achieved by singing through an empty water jug. Hey friends, let's take a moment to connect. Share your stories in the comments below. And if you're enjoying this trip down memory lane, hit that like button and subscribe to Classic Tracks for more incredible stories behind the songs you love. Moving on to Kiss and Rock and Roll All Night. Kiss was facing criticism for their theatrical approach to rock when this song was released. Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley were told repeatedly that their makeup and stage show were gimmicks that wouldn't last. Record executives wanted them to tone down their image, but the band refused, creating tension within the industry. Today, Kiss continues to influence rock music, though they've completed their end of the Road World Tour. Gene Simmons has become a successful entrepreneur, while Paul Stanley pursues painting and other creative ventures. The band's merchandising empire has generated over $1 billion in revenue, proving their business acumen matched their musical talent. Did you know that Rock and Roll All Night wasn't originally a hit? The studio version barely made the charts. It wasn't until the live version from Alive was released that the song became the massive hit we know today. The live version had so much studio enhancement that it was practically a new recording. Nazareth's Love Hurts came next, though many don't realize it was originally recorded by the Everly Brothers in 1960. Nazareth's version caused controversy within the industry, with purists arguing they destroyed a classic song. The Scottish band had been performing in small clubs for years before this cover catapulted them to international fame. The band continues to tour, though with significant lineup changes. Dan McCafferty, the original vocalist, retired in 2013 due to health issues and passed away in 2022. Carl Sentence now handles vocal duties, bringing his own style while honoring the band's legacy. Their influence on hard rock and metal is undeniable, with bands like Guns N' Roses citing them as an inspiration. Here's something fascinating. The recording of Love Hurts almost didn't happen. The band was exhausted from touring and initially refused to record another song for the album. Their producer insisted they needed one more track, and they reluctantly chose this Boudleaux Bryant composition. We go back to Foghat with Slow Ride. The band was at their commercial peak when they recorded this song, but internal tensions were threatening to tear them apart. Their record label was pushing them to recreate the sound of Fool for the City, leading to heated arguments during recording sessions. The pressure to deliver another hit was enormous. The song has become a staple of classic rock radio and has been featured in numerous films and video games. Foghat took a risk by releasing a song that ran over 8 minutes, defying radio conventions of the time. The gamble paid off, and the song became their highest charting single. Most fans don't know that the distinctive drum pattern in Slow Ride was inspired by a faulty air conditioning unit in the studio. Roger Earl heard the rhythmic clicking and incorporated it into the song's groove. Hey guys, we're deep into these incredible songs from 1975, and we want to hear from you. What's your favorite memory of hearing these tracks? Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and share this video with friends who appreciate real rock and roll. Don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stories behind the music. James Taylor's How Sweet It Is brought a different flavor to 1975. Taylor was battling personal demons when he recorded this Motown cover, and many industry insiders doubted his ability to do justice to the Holland Dozier Holland classic. His folk rock interpretation raised eyebrows among Motown purists. Today, Taylor continues to perform and record, though at a more relaxed pace. His interpretation of How Sweet It Is helped bridge the gap between folk and soul music, inspiring countless artists to cross genre boundaries. He's been open about his struggles with depression and addiction, using his experiences to help others in the music industry. The recording sessions for this song were unusual because Taylor insisted on recording his vocal tracks in near darkness. He claimed it helped him connect better with the emotional content of the lyrics. Orleans gave us Dance With Me, though the band was facing an identity crisis at that time. They were torn between their progressive rock roots and the commercial appeal of softer rock. This internal conflict almost prevented the song from being released, as some band members felt it was too commercial. The band still performs today, though with lineup changes. John Hall took a break from music to serve in Congress from 2007 to 2011, making them possibly the only band with a former U.S. representative as a member. Their commitment to environmental and social causes has remained constant throughout their career. Interestingly, Dance With Me was written about John Hall's wife at the time. but she didn't realize it until years after their divorce. Tavares brought us It Only Takes a Minute, though they face significant challenges as an R&B group in a predominantly white music industry. The five Cape Verdean American brothers had to fight for creative control of their music, often being pressured to conform to record label expectations. The group continues to influence modern R&B and hip-hop, with their music being sampled by numerous artists. Though they've experienced lineup changes over the years, their harmonies remain distinctive. They were inducted into the Rhode Island Music Hall of Fame, recognizing their significant contributions to popular music. The song's iconic horn arrangement was actually recorded at 3 a.m. because it was the only time they could get all the horn players together in the studio. And finally, Natalie Cole's This Will Be marked her emergence from her father Nat King Cole's shadow. The music industry initially wanted her to record jazz standards like her father, but she insisted on developing her own style. This caused tension with both record executives and some of her father's fans. Today, the song stands as a testament to her artistic independence. Though Natalie passed away in 2015, her influence on R&B and pop music continues. The track has found new life through commercials and films, introducing it to new generations. Few people know that the song was recorded in just 2 takes, with the version we know being the second take. The first take was actually preferred by the producer, but Natalie insisted on one more try, resulting in the iconic version we know today. And there you have it, friends. 10 incredible songs turning 50 in 2025. Each one tells a story of determination, creativity, and the power of music to connect us all. If you enjoyed this journey through 1975, make sure to subscribe to Classic Tracks and hit that notification bell. We've got more fascinating stories coming your way. Until next time, keep the music playing.